If you own a lawn care company, we're going to be talking about 6 ways that you can haul around your mowing equipment to get you to your jobs. Now, what I've seen is price is a big one for people that are trying to make a decision on this purchase, and also maneuverability when it comes to the different type of properties that you're actually servicing. So today, let's jump right into it. And let's start off small, guys. How about this? So this is a cargo carrier. This is one of the cheaper routes. I think we paid maybe $125, and it is aluminum. All right, now that I flip the camera around. So this is nice because you can pick them up at Harbor Freight, and it just goes right into the hitch receiver on your truck. And as you can see, the aluminum siding kind of gets dented a little bit from our commercial mowers that we put in and out, but we reinforced it with a board. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we went ahead and just put a board there so that way it's a little bit more sturdy. It does feel really flimsy when you're on it and you kind of walk back and forth on it, but this is a great setup if you're just getting started and you are really tight on money. This will definitely get you started as long as you have a decent vehicle. Now, don't do what I did, okay? I had a Grand Prix, a Pontiac Grand Prix, and I said, oh, this is great. I can pick up this $125 cargo hitch carrier, but guess what? I went to U-Haul and actually got a hitch receiver on my Pontiac Grand Prix, and the first time I drove it across the street, guess what happened? It just scraped literally on the ground. So just make sure whatever vehicle that you're going to utilize this with, that it's high enough, because when you start putting a mower and stuff on the back, it does start to sag a bit. All right, moving up here, we have another cargo hitch carrier right here. The nice part about this piece here, let me try to get out of this wind. All right, so the nice part about this is it has these handles here that you can just basically pull back, and then it locks. And then you can just put it right back, lift up a little bit, and then it goes ahead and locks in. I've never had any issues with this actually opening up while we're driving or taking a right turn. But the other thing that's really nice about this is if you have a push spreader, you can actually run, this is actually made for a spreader, but we use it for our push mowers. So basically just run the mower up, or the spreader, and then this pin comes out, lift this bolt up, and then you basically just put the spreader bar in there and it locks it in really nice. Now, what I would recommend on this, if you're gonna go this route, this is $800, and it's a lot more sturdy than the other one. Like, I'm standing in it now. This thing is not going anywhere. I believe it is like some really light steel. So a lot more durable, a lot more employee proof if you got employees. And this is a great setup for an upgrade from the other cargo hitch. Now, the only thing that I would recommend on this is if you're gonna use it for mowers, so we use straps, but what happens is the straps kind of get used and abused, and then they get stretched out, and then the handlebar kind of sticks out to like right here on the truck. So what we're gonna do is in all of our trucks, except that one, we have these mower boots right here. So the mower just, you just roll it up and then drop the wheel right there, and then it stops the mower from moving up and forward and back. So what I would recommend and what we are planning on doing in our off season when we have some time is we're actually gonna put a mower boot right there. Now, in reference to this, I know we use the 21-inch mowers on them. I believe you may be able to use a 30-inch if that's what you guys use. I know for certain on the other cargo hitch, the one before this, you cannot use a 30-inch mower. It's too skinny, to my understanding. But for this, you may be able to. All right, so this is our third option, number 3. This is a nice, easy ramp that does not have a dovetail on it. As you can see, it is nice and flat with the truck. You don't ever have to worry about backing up into anything. It's right on the inside of the bumper. Now, we also made it a half ramp. We paid $500 for this ramp. And this thing is made of hard, heavy duty steel. It is employee proof. It is, I mean, you can bang this. This thing is meaty, super meaty. So, let me see. So some things about this is there's actually 2 pins here. So again, this kind of cuts down on efficiency when we're just doing the 21-inch small lawns. You actually have to pin both of them. So the great part about this ramp is if and when this truck ever goes down, all this thing is actually bolted into the side here, just like that. So it's just like with, I think 2 or 3 bolts. There may be some on the other side, as you can see down here. They're just bolted in. There's another one bolted right here. And this thing can just come right off of the truck, and they'll take the tailgate off and put it on another truck if needed. All right, moving forward, we get to my personal favorite, the Dovetail. All right, so the great part about this ramp, I believe we spent $2,200 roughly, give or take, maybe a couple $100. But this thing is nice. So this thing is spring loaded. So all you do is basically lift this up, move it out, and then the gate will come down. And what's nice about this one is you can choose to have the full ramp down to run anything up, whether it's a 0 turn or what have you. Or if you're just running 21-inch mowers and you're like, you know what, we only need half. Boom, you only got half. And then they're only having to do 1 spring. So it's a lot more quicker, it's a lot more efficient, and the speed on the property goes up. I know it's minuscule, but every second adds up when you're doing lawn care. This is an example of what it looks like when it's down, nice and easy. And the pitch on this is not super steep. So the one over there, here, let me get a zoom in. That one right there, that one has a really steep like ramp. This one is not as steep. So I like this one a lot. And you can basically just walk up, boom, drop your mower right there on the boot, and you're good to go. What are we on? Number 5. Number 5 is going to be your open-ended trailer. I don't actually have one to show you guys, but those are very beneficial if you are for landscape jobs and 0 turns, and just really setting that up and customizing that trailer to how you want it is very beneficial. Now, the only downfall of that is your equipment is out in the elements. So definitely not a good thing long-term wise. Check this out back here. Actually interesting that we got this on video footage. So about a week ago, we had a really bad storm up here in Texas. And I don't know if you can see, but these are some pretty big, meaty trees, right? And so this log right here, let me flip the camera around. All right, so this log actually snapped off in a storm from right there. Look at how big this is, okay? This is my hand right here, okay? That's my hand. Look at this thing. This thing is massive. Like, this thing is like probably 3 times my leg, or thigh, I should say. But look, yeah, this thing came crashing down, and luckily it didn't land on our trucks, because that would be really bad. And I'm like rethinking now if we should actually be parking all of our trucks underneath here. So there was actually people here at our property, and they said that they heard it snap and it sounded like a gunshot. Like, it's wild. I am back in the office now. So with that being said, the final piece, again, I don't have, but is going to be your enclosed trailer. Now, the good thing about an enclosed trailer is it's basically a storage unit on wheels. You don't ever have to unload it at the end of the day, reload it in the morning. It just carries all of your tools. You can customize the inside however you want. You can even put stuff on the ceiling. You can put stuff on the walls. Like, enclosed trailers are the way to go if you don't have like storage containers near you, or a place where you can put your equipment, and it's very, very secure overnight. So that is our final way to carry your equipment. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button. Leave a comment below. I'm curious what you guys have for other equipment on how you're hauling your equipment. But I'm Will Kelly with Military Lawn Cuts, and we'll see you guys next time.